Take two. Hi everyone, my name is Tanya, and I wanted to share some of my story with you. Excuse the mess. I just finished an incline workout with an incline of 12 for 25 minutes, so I'm kind of sweaty. But while I was doing this workout, I decided that I should tell my story. I am 43 years old. I suffer from rheumatoid arthritis and Sjorgrens syndrome. I was diagnosed at 33 years old with both. I was active in my community and at work. I was a volunteer firefighter, an EMT, and a full-time nurse. I woke up one morning and could not move my hands, my legs, my elbows. I was scared to death, not gonna lie. I went to the doctor after about a week of not getting better because I thought I just injured my back during the firefighter training that I had done the day before. When I went to the doctor, they had me diagnosed with everything from ovarian cancer to Lyme disease, a whole rampant of different diseases, and this went on for about a month with lab tests being run, and I didn't have any answers. Didn't know what was causing it, still couldn't move. I was in pain, I was still working, I had kids, I was a mom, I was a wife, I had to cook dinner, clean house. So after about a month and me taking my lab test myself and looking in my lab book at what the results could mean, my family practitioner had come into my place of work, and he was amazing. He was always friendly, but I was seeing his nurse practitioner because he was busy. So he hadn't actually seen my test results or knew exactly what was going on with me. So I asked my doctor. I said, "Doctor," he's at my work, mind you, to see his patients. I said, "Can you, when you get back to your office, look at my test results, because this is what's going on. This is what I've been diagnosed with by your nurse practitioner, and this is what I truly think it is." So he got back to his office, and he looked over my test results, and he called me. He said, "Tanya," he said, "you're right." He said, "You have rheumatoid arthritis." And he said, "And I believe you also have Sjorgrens syndrome based on your symptoms." He says, "I've gotten you into a rheumatologist. She'll see you Monday." So I go and see this rheumatologist. Being a nurse, and this was 10 years ago, mind you, when autoimmune diseases were just becoming really well known, and more, I guess, studied and investigated. And she gives me prednisone. Oh, sorry. Being a nurse, I was scared to death I was going to end up crippled, because all my patients with rheumatoid arthritis were crippled. You know, their hands were tensed, their legs couldn't move. To me, it was a death sentence, essentially. My life as I knew it was over. I get to the rheumatologist on that Monday, and she gives me prednisone and a pill to take. I can't remember what the pill was now. It was a normal treatment for rheumatoid arthritis and Sjorgrens at the time. So I take my first dose of prednisone, and immediately I can move. I'm like, oh, this is great. Well, I can't stay on this forever, so now what? So I continue my treatment with her, and everything's going good. And then we moved from Maine to Michigan. We get to Michigan, and my rheumatologist was not so good. He switched me from a pill to methotrexate. I was having a lot of flare-ups. He wasn't very thorough with his testing or his x-rays. And anybody with rheumatoid arthritis knows that that is important. So I'm taking methotrexate, which is a low-dose chemotherapy, because when your immune system's overactive and attacking your body, how do you treat it? You treat it with chemotherapy. You kill your immune system. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. So I follow my recommendations. Years go by, I get divorced, I get remarried and move to Ohio and get a new rheumatologist who, because I was a new patient to him, didn't just want to take my rheumatologist and my medical records word for it. He wanted to run his own test. So he ran a slew of DNA tests on me. The DNA test came back that yes, of course, I did have rheumatoid arthritis because my rheumatoid factor was positive. My SED rate was through the roof. Yes, I did have Sjorgrens syndrome. And yes, I also was a carrier for systemic lupus. So a little background. My dad has psoriasis. My mom also has rheumatoid arthritis. Both my sisters have rheumatoid arthritis. All autoimmune diseases, right? My genetics pretty much suck at this point. So I see him, and he's an amazing doctor. Very thorough, but just like any doctor, he wants you to take the medicines. So I get my lab test every 2 months. I continue on my chemotherapy, and I'm feeling good. But I know as a nurse, chemotherapy is helping me move. Great. Chemotherapy is keeping the flare-ups away. Great. But chemotherapy is still a toxin, and any dose that I am putting in my body, I'm injecting it into my body once a week. Let that absorb for a moment. I'm taking a toxin to move that's eventually, after years and years of use, going to kill me. Or at least kill my liver. So I decide to start investigating what can cure rheumatoid arthritis. Well, really, there is no cure. But was there any natural treatments for rheumatoid arthritis, Sjorgrens, and other autoimmune disorders? And I found this great book. It's called The Autoimmune... Stand by, I'll get it for you. The Autoimmune Wellness Handbook. This discusses doing the paleo diet to treat autoimmune disorder. So this starts me off on my path, and I read the book and I'm buying it. It makes sense. I'm lactose intolerant, have been since I was a baby. Leaky gut definitely probably caused this. So I start cutting things out of my diet. By the time I was done, I was pretty much on the keto diet, or the ketogenic diet as others know it. Doctors for diabetes patients just call it the diabetic diet. And I'm feeling good. This was 2 years ago. So I decide I'm going to stop my methotrexate. I'm going to stop my prednisone. I tell my rheumatologist this. He says, no, I'm not having it. I said, okay. Well, I don't need to see you then. I am not recommending this, people. Not recommending this by any chance. I'm just telling my story. So I dropped him like a cold potato. Great rheumatologist, but he couldn't follow what I wanted to do with my body. And as a doctor, I get it. He's trained that medicine treats everything. So I stopped my methotrexate, stopped my prednisone, and I'm following the ketogenic diet, right? And I'm feeling good. So I start yoga 5 days a week. Feeling great. I've got more energy than I've ever felt. I'm 6 months in, no flare-ups. I decide I'm going to investigate this further. I found Dr. Berg and Dr. Barry on YouTube, and they both recommend the keto diet for rheumatoid arthritis, and they go into all these details on why it works. So I'm like, okay, so this is truly a lifestyle change I can make. This was 2 years ago. So last October, after a year of following keto and doing yoga, last August, I decided that I wanted to go out for a run. Where this came from, I have no idea. I've never wanted to run in my entire life. I am 43 years old, almost 44, and I decide I'm going for a run. So I run around the block. Well, first, before I went, because I work at home, I messaged my husband and I said, I'm going to go for a run on my lunch. He goes, "Who are you? Where's my wife? And what did you do with her?" I went for the run. I get home and I tell my husband, I feel amazing. I had the runner's high. I'm feeling good. My joints didn't hurt. It was great. And this was all stuff I thought I'd never do again. 10 years ago when I got that diagnosis, I thought I was going to be in a wheelchair and on disability. That was a year ago this month. In June, I ran my first 5K. I still follow keto the majority of the time, still not taking my medicines. I have had no flare-ups. If I do have a flare-up, it lasts maybe a day, and ibuprofen helps it. I am doing incline training, and I ran my first 5K in June. But I didn't just do a 5K. I did that 3.2 miles and tacked on a 1 mile fun run. So I did 4.2 miles at 43 years old with rheumatoid arthritis, not taking any meds, and following the keto diet. Why am I posting this and why am I going to put it on YouTube? Because I think other people with rheumatoid arthritis need to see this. And I think that I hope that I inspire people with rheumatoid arthritis like me who do not want to let the disease beat them and do not want to sit down and take that disability and continue taking that medicine to look into more natural ways to treat it. And I hope I encourage somebody to take control back of their life and their diagnosis and their health the same way I did. My name is Tanya. Feel free to comment any questions you have and I will try to answer them. Again, I started this with the autoimmune wellness book and then found Dr. Brian Berg on YouTube and Dr. Ken Berry, MD, on YouTube, and they have both been amazing. I know from my search out there, other than them two, there's not a whole lot of medical doctors or YouTube videos that address autoimmune disease and the ketogenic diet or the ketogenic lifestyle. I truly do believe that they are right, that it's caused by leaky gut, and that a lot more doctors aren't buying into it because Big Pharma. They sell medication, they make money. Sell medication, you get more disorders, they make money. I'm blessed. No, I do not see a rheumatologist anymore, but my PCP knows my story. She has another nurse patient who also is following the ketogenic diet, and she supports us 100% of the way. She actually said that I'm in better health than she is, that she couldn't run 3 miles. So anyway, guys, that's my story. Thanks for watching it. Sorry if I bored you. Sorry I'm a hot mess. Like I said, I just finished doing an incline hike on iFit of the Grand Canyon. I love my iFit. It's my daily workout spot. I do it every day at lunch. And have a blessed day, everybody. Hopefully, this inspires you to get on your path to finding some natural remedies for rheumatoid arthritis. Thanks. Bye.